I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mel.
Girl, let me tell you, I only had maybe a little less than half of that drink.
When you're drinking, you just gotta drink more.
I am a strongly worded email.
Actually, that feels in line, though.
It's not.
No, listen. And every now and again, when somebody get out of line, you just yell, "Pop the trunk."
I'm the juice to her gin. Did we hit record?
Is it working? Is it on?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gin Juice Podcast. My name is Melissa.
My name is Melody.
And we're real life sisters. We get on this podcast every single week, talk about what the heck we want to talk about. We want to thank our sponsors.
We absolutely do. This feels far. Is it far?
I keep adjusting mine, too.
Our sponsors are ZocDoc, Prize Picks, and Olipet, and we're going to tell you more about them.
Okay, we're going to start with
Maybe
a little
it's
story.
the chair.
Do you need a pillow?
I think maybe, hold on.
That pillow helps. All right, so we're going to start with long story short, where we kind of catch you up on some of the things that's been happening over the course of the week. Would you like to go first?
Sure. My week, yesterday, we went to... I wanted to get out of the house because I've been locked in the house because there's 2 trials happening right now, including Cardi B, which I was like ready to ignore. I'm not even going to lie to you. And then, of course, Cardi B is Cardi B, and she is a star for a reason. And so it took on a life of its own. So I have been completely...
We need you to come back and tell us all the things, because I don't even know what she's on. Why is she there? I don't know. So we can talk about that at some point, but you can continue your story. But I just want to let you know at some point we do... I don't even know that I care to know.
Exactly. That's why I was like, this is dumb.
Okay, keep going.
She's being sued by the security guard because back in I have a gazillion trials in my head, but back in like 18 maybe, Cardi was pregnant with her first child. She was in town for the All-Star game. She doesn't live in LA. She felt weird, so she asked her team to find her a doctor that she could go to. They find her a doctor. The appointment's on Saturday at like noon. When she's getting off the elevator, a security guard is headed towards the elevator. Cardi believes the woman is filming her. The woman says like, oh, that's Cardi B. And she has her phone the way that people try to discreetly record. So then they end up exchanging words because Cardi's like, stop recording me. They go back and forth, whatever. Apparently, Cardi, this is according to the plaintiff, Cardi's nail, she was all in her face finger pointing.
Cardi in
the girl's face finger pointing, and it resulted in the girl getting a scratch on her nose, cheek, lip, jaw, somewhere on her face.
Is that where she couldn't remember exactly where it was? Question where she couldn't recall?
She couldn't recall a couple things.
She said it was in the document.
Oh, well, I don't know, but there is a deposition, there's a bunch of, and it's changed from nose to cheek to somewhere on her face.
Also, no photo of said.
No, there is a photo.
Oh.
Have you not seen it? You've probably seen it and didn't realize that was the photo.
Oh, okay.
She didn't take a photo. What she said is she didn't take a photo after it happened, which is surprising because
absolutely you should take a photo.
So she goes to see one plastic surgeon. That surgeon has died, and she saw a plastic surgeon for a scratch from a fingernail, and the surgeon has since died.
Very tragic.
And the surgeon said like to wait, I guess, like wait a year to see like how it develops, I guess. So the surgeon dies. She goes to see another plastic surgeon. That's the one who testified, and he was like, "This is very clearly fingernail scratches. It has the markings of 3, and the middle one is the longest, and that's because that finger is the longest." I had to do medical microneedling. That was $25,000.
Microneedling, you can go to an esthetician for that. I'm getting that done in 3 weeks.
Medical microneedling makes it go deeper than just regular microneedling.
But all microneedling does is generate collagen so your skin can turn over quickly. And like it helps with like hyperpigmentation.
Well, and so they talked a lot about the color of her skin, making it really hard and all.
Wait, how much did he say was the microneedling?
The bill is like $25,000. The problem is he did a delayed payment. So the way that it happens is that you, after the verdict in your lawsuit, then you can pay me. And so of course he's amped up this price to 25,000. And he was like, and she still honestly is not fully there. She could use another like 3 sessions. Yeah. So
any money that she thinks she's going to get is going to go to her microneedling doctor. He's the one that's going to get paid.
Well, she's suing for $24 million.
US dollars.
USD. She is suing Cardi.
Well, in this economy, $24 million is like 50,
right.
75.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And you know what? What is very clear is that even in his closing I was watching this morning, this attorney is an idiot. Okay, first of all, the fact that he started off with, your wig was blonde, your hair yesterday was blonde, and today it's black. And she's like, it's a wig, whatever. He asked her, like, he was asking very, like, inappropriate, very, like, microaggressions, like what he was saying very clearly, right?
That's what I was going to say. They
hello,
were all.
He's like, hi.
Yeah. It was all
So
microaggression.
what is clear is he was banking on Cardi B being not likable, and it's very clear he doesn't know that the whole reason she's a star is because she's very likable and hilarious.
Before music. People
Before
liked
the reason she became a rap star is because she was a reality star.
Yeah.
She went on Love and Hip Hop and killed.
Yeah.
And people wanted more. So it's like, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so after he realizes that he's losing simply because she's funny and likable, he starts trying to piss her off. He starts trying to make her angry. He extends, right, this freaking examination of her for so long. He's asking dumb questions, just dumb. Eventually the judge is like, if you don't have any more questions, you can turn over the witness, because he is very clearly just
Trying to egg her on.
trying
to get
to
a reaction.
trying to exhaust her just so he can circle back and get her pissed off.
Got it.
Right? So that's what he's doing. It's not working. Eventually, she is yawning and kind of whatever, but she is still, with that clip of her saying, because she was going to beat my ass.
Yeah.
That was like well into the he's trying to exhaust her.
Yeah.
The problem is she's good.
Yeah.
She's a good witness. She's funny and she's likable.
Yeah.
And jurors are people.
Yeah.
So you hear them in the background laughing.
Yeah.
Because this is stupid. This is so stupid. Oh my gosh, what a
And
stupid
it'll make him come across as an a-hole.
And he comes across as an idiot.
Yeah.
And then her attorney gets up, and what do? Because she's a freaking celebrity, they show pictures of her from that weekend with freaking flat nails. They're acting like the nails were stiletto, and I was like,
what I thought.
So I was like, no, stiletto, I get it. I said on the debrief, I get stiletto, and they are pointy.
Yeah,
I
they
have to
can be,
tell them
especially
to
if they're
not.
fresh.
Yes, I have to tell them to not do that, because I had Micaiah. I'd
Yeah.
be scratching that girl crazy.
Yeah.
Her nails were like coffin.
Oh, yeah, that's flat.
On the end. And they have pictures of her at the All-Star game where they're flat. They also have her actual OB, the one who saw her. He testifies, and that man's so pissed. He's like, I came out of there because he came out of his office because they were loud. He's pissed. Security, what are you doing? This is a patient. He then goes to the security's boss to get her fired.
Oh, she
Mind
was
you,
wrong.
the security is like, Cardi got me fired. Cardi got me fired. And the doctor came on there like,
No, you got you
I said
fired.
she needs to be gone. They also get a receptionist who was there. She gets on the stand and she's like, she was the one that was loud, belligerent, and waving her fingers. Cardi did not do anything. The lady also said, which the girl's dumb, because the security guard apparently, allegedly, according to the receptionist, after this incident happened, the security guard reached out to the receptionist to be like, I'm finna sue, help me. And the receptionist is like,
Girl, no.
girl, if I tell my truth, that's not gonna help you. And so she backed up. So the receptionist wrote a letter
Stating that.
to the judge like,
Dated from the day?
no.
Once all this
Once
happened.
all this came out, she wrote a letter like, this girl tried to get me to sue. And why that matters, for a second, why that matters is because once Cardi's team was like, we have the receptionist and we have the doctor, the security guards team was like, objection, this is late discovery. We never knew these people existed. And so for the receptionist to be like,
They didn't know it existed. They worked in the same office?
Oh, no, baby. Guess
so the
what? They getting up on the
receptionist-
stage.
Yes. Receptionist is like,
You knew I existed.
she called me.
Yeah.
So for me to be like, hey, I'm trying to sue.
Oh, phone record call?
No, they didn't have phone record. It was just her.
You absolutely
receptionist.
know who I am, baby. You just know I'm here to blow up your spot.
It was just her statement. But it was just like, this is so dumb. This is it's a civil trial, not criminal. So she's not like going to jail, but it's $24 million. And his closing is
Is it over?
Yeah, they're doing closings.
That's why I didn't see Cardi on my timeline today.
They have some pictures of her today.
I loved all the memes, though.
Oh,
She's
she
all
said,
in the. Yes.
My ice.
She's just funny.
No, she's hysterical.
You can't win against somebody who's likable by a jury. Like, this is, for something like this anyway, this is just dumb.
Cardi B, all her facial expressions, everything she said, well, at the time,
I was 130 pounds.
I was 130 pounds.
She's just.
Girl, what? She said, I'm disabled when I'm pregnant.
Yes.
Do you want me to list all the things I cannot do?
When I'm pregnant? And it's
low key
comedy.
If there's any women in the jury,
Comedy.
of course they're going to be like, absolutely.
Yes, they were laughing.
I too cannot do anything when I am pregnant.
I'm so mad. I low key, I would have went up there. My week has been crazy because I was like, I'll go up there for closings. We're recording today. We'll see if I wouldn't be surprised if they get a verdict today. Yeah, they in LA. I wouldn't be surprised they get a verdict today. They finna do these closings, send them to the back.
They all gonna be like, does anybody not think? Let's start there.
She's not about to be able to pay the court fees and lawyers.
And her plastic surgeon, esthetician, he's out $24 million.
You still have the bill. So he can lien bill you all you want. Guess what? If you lose the case, you have to pay the bill. That bill gonna go from $25,000 to $2,000 because he hiked that crap up.
Absolutely. There's no reason microneedling should be that expensive.
No.
I have an esthetician I've been seeing for years. Microneedling is not $25,000. I'm so sorry. It's just not.
Stupid.
It's literally, you're like, she just explained it to me because I was like, oh, I should do that. It's literally just going deep into your skin. It causes like a wound that produces collagen and it helps your skin to turn over. So it helps with like hyperpigmentation.
Well, that's clearly what that girl's needs. And I got an at-home kit she probably could have used to do it herself.
Legit.
Like, girl.
It's literally not. I mean, granted, maybe there's a plastic surgeon level of this, but like, seriously, if she had a scratch, we're not like, girl, you're not.
They went
Chris
from scratch to
Kris
cut
Jenner,
to,
where you're doing a freaking facelift.
No, it's just very. I did not anticipate. I should have. I know better now. I didn't. I thought, whatever. This is gonna be 3 days. It'll be over.
Cardi B is enough to grab everybody.
Of course, the point is for anybody else on trial for 3 days. Does it matter? No. Cardi B on trial for 1 day is enough.
Yeah, comical
content for you to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was not prepared. I was watching these other white people trial. And so that my life has been consumed with that. So the way this started was long story short.
Sorry.
And I say all of that to say.
I actually wanted to come back around to this because I didn't want you to consume your long story short, but I'm happy you told us.
Well, I just want to say that we went to do putt-putt golf yesterday.
Oh,
that
fun.
was the whole point. I needed to like release my brain.
Fun.
So we went to putt-putt golf. And apparently I'm good.
Was it indoors?
I said, me and Josh, let's go. I don't know what you got going on, but apparently I'm good.
Gin and Juice Adventures.
Let's go. No, we went to, it was outdoors. It was hot.
It was hot yesterday.
I don't know why it's so hot.
Yeah, it was hot yesterday.
I didn't know it was this hot. I've also been congested, but regardless, we went with the girls and it was a lot of fun. We did that for a while, but I got too hot, so we ended up stopping. But they had like an arcade on the inside, so we played some games. And you play games, get tokens, and win the dumbest prizes ever for like 200 tickets.
A spinner after you spent $2,000.
Literally. So the girls got like best friend necklaces that are broken, with the little pieces. So they got that for like 75 tickets, and then they got some spinners and a slinky.
Oh,
because that's the way it goes.
For $72.
That's
exactly.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I spent $75 for these game cards, and this is what they got.
That's adorable.
This is stupid.
It's so cute.
But anyway, before you go into it, I want to go to our first sponsor of this podcast for today's episode, and that is none other than ZocDoc. Finding a doctor with ZocDoc is kind of like a great first date, one where they plan around your schedule, listen closely to what you have to say, make you feel like you're in good hands, and take your insurance. Wait, are we still talking about dates? We can't promise great first dates, but you can find your perfect doctor with ZocDoc. They make it easy to find a doctor that's right for you and instantly book an appointment. Is the wellness world making you feel like you're not doing enough lately, not drinking enough water, not doing the 3-hour skin regimen like we just talked about Cardi B's plaintiff apparently isn't doing? If she did that, she might not have.
She may not have needed to go to that doggone plastic surgery.
What she should, and we all should be doing, is seeing a real doctor, a real one. Okay, that's not charging $25 million for
Microneedling.
One who can actually help you figure out the right health plan for you. ZocDoc makes that part easy by giving you tons of doctors to choose from and letting you book in seconds directly on their website. So if you maybe forgot about a doctor's appointment that you were supposed to go to, or the one that you meant to book in, or maybe there's one you meant to book and completely forgot about until now. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. With ZocDoc, you can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. More often than not, you can even get some same-day appointments, which is amazing because you never can get same-day appointments most days. And so a service like this where they can help you and they can help pinpoint what you need, who you need, and get you there fast. That's exactly what you need in your life.
You guys know I use ZocDoc to find my doctor that I'm using right now. Love her. All right. Listen to me. Love these people. I am finally on a patch. Did I tell you that?
I don't remember.
So I'm finally on a patch before I decide if I'm going to need the HRT, which I don't know that I'm going to need it as of yet. Seems to be working really well, but let me give it a full month cycle before I fully give my stamp of approval. But I'm really, really excited for this doctor. It's like this little facility, and she has, they have different like departments within the facility. So I actually have like a mental health appointment. And did you know that if you're 40 years old, you need to start getting your mammograms?
Oh, I think I did know that.
Yeah, I didn't really realize that. 42 ain't had one yet. So she scheduled that for me. That's actually happening on Thursday, like in 2 days. So all of that to say, I'm really excited about getting, my health in order, and it's all thanks to ZocDoc. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's true. That's facts.
Hilarious. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/GJ to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/GJ. ZocDoc.com/GJ.
All right, I just really have one, and it's an old one, and I actually have show and tell. So Joe will be 17 in about 17 days here, and I know it's crazy. Oh God, they're actually going to my niece's homecoming this year. All of the kids are going to my niece's homecoming this year, and that kind of also. Anyway, let me not go down that path because tears might start flowing, and I have been crying. Oh God. The way these hormones are set up, it don't take much. I was watching the Christmas vlog from last year. Bawled my eyes out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Hilarious. I sat there and bawled, and Kev was like, "Why are you crying?" I said, "I'm so grateful I was able to do this." It was so perfect. Yeah. Like I just bawled. Anyway, that's not the point of this. The point of this is Josiah. So finally took him to get his driver's license, his permit a few weeks ago. And there's so many parts of the story. Let me just focus, girl. So the one time we went, the lady asked him, does he wear corrective lenses? Josiah says, yes. These are the corrective lenses that he pulls out. And I want to be very, yes, these are the actual glasses that my son, they've been in my car because I've been wanting to talk about it on this. And so yesterday I said, let me put it in my purse because I don't want to forget. I wanted to talk about it in real time.
I don't even know. Are these visible? Can you guys see
I don't, that's what I'm going to, Josh is going to do an up close. Oh, be careful. An up close. So that way you guys can see what. Yeah. It's a nice brand. So that we're all clear, one of the lenses is fully missing and tilted to the side. Yeah. No, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the lady says, Joe was like, yeah, these are my glasses, and puts them on.
Was he being funny?
No, Melanie. No. So the lady is looking like, I know you lying, and I'm finna send you home. So Joe says,
right next to him when he did this?
yes. Yes, this is my child, my baby boy, my flesh and blood.
That's so funny.
He puts them on, and she's like, the lens is missing. He says, straight face. That's okay. That's not my bad eye. This one is.
Actually?
Yes. That's okay.
Joe is Cardi B on the stand.
This is not my bad eye, the one that's missing.
This one actually got scratched out.
Yeah, this one got scratched out. This is actually my bad eye. So as long as the lens is in this one, that should be totally fine. Do you know the lady allowed it?
No,
Yes, she did.
well, I guess, what is she going to do? She can't say you're
She
lying.
literally sat there and was like, I mean, I guess.
So now if he gets pulled over, he's not wearing those lenses, he's going to get in trouble.
Where do you go from there? What are you going to tell him?
So embarrassed that who did this to your glasses, first of all?
I know what happened to them.
And second of all, why didn't you say, hey, Mom, I need new glasses.
Oh, my God.
These are bent.
For my license photo that I'm going to have for 10 years. He took the photo with those on.
No, they didn't make him take it with them on.
Oh, because they knew he was playing.
Yeah, they must have, because she did. It's marked that he wears corrective lenses, but he did not have to have these on in the picture.
Oh, my God.
I forgot this was for a driving thing. I completely forgot. My brain went to this is for driving. This is actually important.
It's very important. That's why I just knew, and I was so frustrated because I'm like, you have made me waste my time. Who wants to go to the DMV?
Yeah.
You need a copy of your, your blood type, your ID, my marriage license. Y'all remember that? I needed all of this stuff. So I have a whole little binder, I have all of my stuff together. And you...
These weren't in the binder. They actually might have been in the binder.
And you pull out, because this is the second step. Remember the first time I didn't get to the second step.
Yes.
I didn't get to the second step because I need my marriage certificate.
Yes.
So this time we get to the second step, and I said,
does he actually wear those?
no, because immediately I said, I'm buying you a new pair of glasses.
For sure.
I'm buying you a new
Up
pair of
until
glasses.
that point, he had been wearing them?
I don't know what they probably not. I've never seen these until that moment. I've never seen these.
And then you
It's probably,
see them and
well,
they look
to
like
be fair
that.
for Joe, it's probably harder with only one bad eye.
What are you defending this? This is hilarious.
So,
I forgot that this is crazy. That's funny. That is funny.
and put them on, because you have to do the eye
read
exam.
across.
So this is
And he got it right?
Melanie. Yes.
He got it right?
Because he got his corrective lens on.
I mean, he had points were made. Points were made.
Like that?
Yes. You guys don't understand. I am being dead serious.
It's so bent.
There's
What are you doing? What are you
the
doing when
lens.
this is happening?
Standing
is your jaw
there-
on the ground?
Yes, because I'm so embarrassed. I am so beyond embarrassed that this boy is walking around here. And he didn't even say, this is why, Joe, I be wanting to punch him. Because I'm like, you put them in your pocket.
He pulled those out of his back pocket
Yes.
in his wallet.
You didn't even, when you got in the car and grabbed them, you didn't say, now, listen, Mom.
He wasn't embarrassed.
When we get there, these are the glasses. So I can cancel the appointment. I would have canceled the appointment. I'm not doing this with you. I'm canceling the appointment.
Which one did you? Well, never mind.
Yes, not the one that they nice. The one that they nice.
It's farther.
Yes. So yes, I was absolutely
That's hilarious.
mortified, embarrassed. I was
funny.
That's
so
impressive.
It
and the
is.
lady, I'm telling you, she was so nice. Joe was like, she was like, "Where's the lens?"
Oh, I know
Joe
you're
was
talking-
like, "Oh, don't worry about that. This is in my
I know
bad
they
eye.
talked
This
about it
one."
at lunch.
And she was literally like, you can tell she stood there like, I don't know what to do,
That's funny.
but I'm gonna allow this. I'm gonna allow this.
I'll allow it.
And she allowed it.
I'll allow it.
And
She is
Joe,
not a doctor.
clearly, and he was able to pass the little one eye thing. So she was probably like, I mean, I guess you're right.
Because of the corrective lens.
Listen, I only got one bad eye. This is great.
No, and I keep saying don't worry about that because he literally said don't worry about that side.
That's
Don't worry about that side. So now I can officially throw these away because the new ones have come in.
Oh, good.
Wow.
So yes, that was I've been wanting to tell this story and I kept forgetting because I was like, take those glasses off and put in my glove box because I'm going to.
That's funny.
And I kept forgetting. And so over the weekend I saw them. I was like, correct, put that in my bag. So I can remember to tell these people, you embarrassed me in front of these good white people. So anyway, yeah, that was my
Do we
little
find out what happened to
story.
the other lens though?
No, he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't know. Joe, the thing about my kids is they're so like nonchalant. Nothing bothers them. They're really not pressed. Like you would think Joe would be embarrassed about this. They don't have like.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, they don't care. They're just like, oh, it doesn't matter.
They get that from Kev? Does Kev embarrass
I
easily?
don't know. Because I'm like, how do you not care? I don't think Kev cares. I actually think some of this, because I've literally like tried to psychoanalyze this. I feel like when you have things, like my kids don't have wants, right? Mm-hmm. So they don't, it's nothing for them because like I could get it if I wanted. I don't want to. I'm not concerned about it. So I let it go.
I rarely use these anyway, but in the event that I wear them, this is what corrects my eye.
Yes. And I dare my friends to say something like, okay, it's broken. So like they don't care in that way. When I was a kid, I had wants.
All I had were wants.
All I had was wants. So no, I don't want to be
No things.
Yeah,
Just wants.
All I had were wants.
So it's like, no, I don't want my friends to see me with this and think I don't have any money and my parents
I
can't
will
afford
drive
me to
blind
get. Seriously, I'll
before that.
never wear them. Joe, they're just like, what do you mean? I don't. I'm like, do you want new shoes for school? No, these are fine. What do you mean these are fine? It's a new school year.
Yeah, yeah.
You should want new shoes. Nah, I barely wore those last year. It's fine. They're pretty in good condition. They're fine.
That's great.
That's a blessing though.
Yeah, but I don't know why they're like this. It's the only thing that I can think of that like as a kid, it was like, absolutely not. I will not be seen with these shoes from last year. I want new shoes.
Even if I wear the shoes from last year, the first day they're gonna be the new shoes though.
Yeah. But are the kids nicer? Is there less bullying?
Not according to the documentary. Not to get off track.
Well, someone said he's a boy, which I do agree with, but I know boys who were pressed about the things and like their image and things that they want, like the image they wanted to portray. Yeah. They just don't have that same press is what I'm trying to say. She said that's that poverty. It is. Yes. It is. 100%. It absolutely is. So I don't know. Anyway, let me tell y'all about Christmas while I just told y'all. So I've been working on Christmas since July, but I kind of kicked it into overdrive. I was trying to wait till September. Kicked it into overdrive, and I've decided once I get back to content, which will be soon. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. That I'm going to make cutouts. I've also decided that for Micaiah's birthday that I think I need you to have a theme so I could test it before Christmas. So I'm on DIY TikTok right now. That's what my algorithm is showing me. And you can do like 3 feet little like character cutouts. So this girl did I show you? Mm-mm. I didn't show you the cutout? Okay, so let me show you.
I don't think so.
Let me show you. And so I spent all day yesterday. I created my template, and then I realized I couldn't actually do it because I didn't have all the stuff.
Oh, that is cute.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me just go to the end.
Oh, no, it's cute. That's cute. So you're going to make cutouts of people, of us?
Yeah, of characters.
Oh, wait, of characters, not like us as people. Oh, no, that's cute, though.
So they're going to be all around the house. So I'm very excited about that. And then we're going to do, this year we're doing like a movie night. And so I bought the screen. I called everybody yesterday to show them.
It looked good.
I bought the screen and the projector for the movie night. And then when I was talking to Natalie, you guys know Natalie, the event planner. She was like, well, what do you think about getting a bigger one? So I bought a bigger one today.
Than the one we saw?
Yeah.
Oh.
A little bit bigger, right?
No, I think it's substantially big.
It's 100 inches to 20 feet.
Correct.
I'm really bad at measurements.
So
Bigger is good.
about 8 feet is 100 inches.
I don't know. Don't give me the
This
line.
is not going to be good for me.
What's-
Bigger is good.
Yeah,
Let's say
it's bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger.
That's
bigger. We did.
20 feet's like the wall.
How long it is?
How long it is?
It's
it should
tall.
be corner to corner though, right?
It's tall. Like it's 20 feet up.
I'm always bad. Every time there's like L by W by H, I be like, why is there 3? There should be 2.
Wait, what did y'all see? Oh, y'all saw it on Kev's story? Yes, it's going to be bigger than that.
That's not the one that she
No.
just bought though.
No.
That is like
That one's like regular. I think on the stand, it's big, but like in real life, the screen itself is regular. Let me look it up. 240 feet is, 240 inches is 20 feet. That's what they're saying. And they said a basketball goal is 10 feet. So it's double that. Ooh, that's big.
that's really
You
big.
know what? Still I rise. That was a good little analogy in my brain.
Wait, a basketball goal from ground to the goal
is
is
10 feet.
and yours
But I
is
think they measure
20 feet.
screens corner to corner though. I don't think.
Hold on, I'm about to look on.
20 is a lot then, right?
That's a lot of feet.
I think it's 20 feet high. Let me look. Hold on.
You're going to do movie night for the whole neighborhood.
I was gonna say they can just look out their windows and they'll see it. They'll watch the movie from the house.
No, y'all, look. Come look, Joshua.
I think
it's 20 feet this way.
it's across because I've seen these. These are like blow ups.
Okay, you sure? So then, how tall is it? Oh wait, I could probably look at the dimensions.
8 feet or 10 feet. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at the dimensions.
Features and specs.
Wait.
Measurements.
Oh, measurements. Okay.
201 width.
Oh, height is 129. Okay, here we go. Right here. Screen dimensions is about 8 feet high.
Mm-hmm. That's still good. That's still a little shorter. That's good.
Okay, so I'm happy we did that because I was like, why would I get it that big? 20 feet is not going. That's
a lot.
That's entirely too big. I'm gonna have to return this. But this one might work.
I think that'll be perfect.
Okay, so I'm very excited. I'm not going to tell you guys the theme yet because everything has to come together before I say the stuff. But I am very excited. So yeah, that's all. Yesterday I had a campaign I had to shoot this morning. So I was supposed to prep for that and I was supposed to clean up and do all the things. I spent my entire morning teaching myself how to do foam cutouts, which I now know how to do, and I'm just waiting for my stuff to come. And then I also am going to do coloring books for the littles, so I started that as well.
I like that idea. That's going to be cute. I'm here for it.
I'm for the Cricut thing. That's what I'm doing. The Cricut's going to be the coloring books. The foam. I had to buy a foam cutter, and it's like a fire blade.
What's a fire blade?
A blade it's not literally on fire, but it's hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then you just cut around the
it out.
shape.
It's not just like a box cutter?
You could use a box cutter, but my arthritis in my hand, I can't be doing all that. So it makes it easier when it's on fire.
Got it. No, it's going to be great.
I'm excited.
We're
doing it at my house this year, not my dad's, which makes me sad. I think that's also why I was crying too, because I was mourning the loss of daddy's. I mean, he still lives there, but like the fact that we can't do it there this year is just, I feel like my backyard is not going to give like the wow factor that I'm looking for, but we're going to do it at my house. I'll have more control. I can do the things I've already decided. I think I'm going to do homemade gingerbread cookies this year instead of gingerbread houses for people to decorate.
Yeah.
I think that'll be really cute. And then you can actually eat them. Mm-hmm.
Cookies too.
Or sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies are so sweet.
Well, you don't have to eat them. It's more for the decor. You're right. They are sweet.
They are pretty sweet. They're pretty sweet.
Maybe like-
But yeah, I think it's going to be like a good little time.
Bread would definitely be easier.
Gingerbread and less messy.
Knowing being engaged to a baker.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so anyway, I'm very excited. That's
Engaged to a baker.
I am.
We love it. He has a whole fiance.
Yeah, I like it. All right, now I'm going to tell you about Prize Picks because this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Imagine that. Imagine getting paid I'd be a rich woman because I'm frequently right. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. So football season recently started. There was a game recently that we watched
this weekend.
The Buckeyes, Ohio versus
Texas. We are split
Texas.
in our household. Called my daddy, and my dad's a Buckeye, but Kev is a Texas fan. And the OH and the dime, them Buckeyes, they pulled it out.
And so the games, like I said, we're in the season. It's gonna start getting exciting. And what better thing to do than to get paid for being right? So some of the projections I have, we have Saquon Barkley.
We love Saquon. We remember him from last season.
Yes.
Y'all remember that Saquon.
Okay. More or less than one rushing TD touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's good.
Okay. So more or less than one rushing touchdown. Joe Burrow, more or less than 2.5 passing touchdowns. And then Josh Allen, more or less than 270 pass yards.
He just got married to Haley.
And he just got married.
And who just got engaged to that old Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Kelsey.
Right? So listen, this is about being paid for being right, regardless of what you know about the people. Right?
Just be right,
Just
baby.
be right. And whatever your connection is to the people, just be right. You can pick them off that. Taylor gets engaged, so bet on.
Seem like you got good mojo.
Yeah, so then look into his stats, okay? What kind of more or lesses should you do for him? Okay, Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is also the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. So download the app today and use code GJ to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code GJ to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. I like that tagline. It is good to be right. It is good to be right. It's even better to be paid for being right.
Correct.
Amen. Add that. They should adjust the
adjust your tag.
Add my suggestion. Listen, because I have some people in the co-counsel Patreon, and they are some Taylor Swift fans.
Oh, Swifties.
And they're attorneys, actually. The attorney crew sent me a playlist for me to get into Taylor Swift, because there was a girl on TikTok going viral low key who was like, I am a Beehive. I love Beyonce up and down. But since we are obviously about to be without Beyonce for a while, and y'all Swifties seem so excited, like, help me. Maybe I should figure out what y'all got going on over there. So anyway, that inspired them to send me. I made it through about 2 songs. And they were songs I hadn't heard before, which I appreciated, because I didn't want the stuff that you all know. So anyway, I have an open mind.
There is a Black lady that I follow on TikTok as well. She is the founder of a makeup brand. I think it's Minted Cosmetics, but don't quote me on that. And she also went through the journey of becoming and listening to the entire Taylor Swift discography. And
she's on board?
I don't know that she would I don't know. I'm speaking from what I know. I didn't follow the whole journey, so don't quote me on this. I don't know that she would consider herself a Swiftie, but I do believe she has a greater appreciation for Taylor Swift. But I also saw a white girl, I think this was like low-key a trend on TikTok, a white girl that was like a Swiftie, tried and true Swiftie, that did the same thing for Beyonce. And by the end of it, I did watch hers, because I was fully invested in that more than I was on the no shade. I mean, I love the lady from Minted Cosmetics, but I just, that style of content I wasn't necessarily interested in. She was like, I get it. I would actually say she became a Beehive to the point where she respected the artistry of Beyonce at the end of it, in a way that she was able to admit Taylor Swift didn't have.
Got it.
Yeah, it was actually quite interesting.
I have to finish getting through the playlist, because I was like, I'm not there yet. I'm not doing it. I'm not there yet. But I have an open mind. I would be open to hearing songs that people are like, I do like Bad Blood. I like that song. Me and
Sing Bad Blood.
Me and McKinley be in the cars.
It was wasn't it a trending sound too?
Maybe.
Is that the one that Kendrick was on? He was on a different one.
I didn't know Kendrick did a collab
Kendrick was on that
with
one.
her.
Well, I don't know if it's that one now. Hold on.
The thing is, when
he did a remix of Bad Blood.
Oh, I should
up.
listen to the remix.
That's
then.
probably a good time then.
I should listen to it.
When I was driving to work, I used to listen to essentially like the top 40 version radio, and there was a period of time that you could not get away from Taylor Swift and Rihanna. They were
in those rotations,
ruling the airwaves.
LA radio plays the same
Oh
song.
my God. So there are some Taylor Swift songs that I know.
Yeah.
Simply off osmosis. Like I would just listen to the radio all the time and know them. I certainly am not a Swiftie, but I'm certainly aware of like of her and what she represents. I will also say this. There was a period of time shortly thereafter the whole like Kanye bit. That like I would associate the same way that red hats are MAGA. If you were a Taylor Swift fan, it was just something about you that I couldn't get with.
Yeah.
I feel like she's trying to go through like a reputation change.
Oh, interesting.
With how she identifies with politics, how she came out against Trump. And her women's rights stance. Like she's a little bit more vocal on those things. And I think there was a period of time where there was an assumption of how she viewed these things, and so a lot of her supporters were that. And then when she came out against it, I don't know if it was like an olive branch or she was trying to do a rebrand. I'm not quite sure, but I did find it like very interesting because you don't have to come out and say any of those things, and she did.
I would be interested to see if her music begins to reflect that, because here's my true, I don't have an issue. If there's an issue to be had with her, I don't know it.
She's white woman fragility. That's actually what her branding was before, but go ahead.
Okay. My experience has been is that her music hasn't felt representative, reflective. It didn't feel for me like it didn't. I like Beyonce, in my opinion, sings about things that are relatable. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. And in listening to the songs that I have of Taylor's, it has never felt relatable to me. And so I'd be curious if she's going through a rebranding or whatever, if it begins to feel that way, and or because again, I'm not familiar with a ton of Taylor Swift songs, but if there are songs that are especially relatable to people, I would be open to listening to those to understand the hype.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think so Taylor Swift is 35 years old, and I think the relatability, exactly, it's always surprising because
she's been famous since she was like 16 or 17 though.
But I feel like her music is stuck in 16, 17-year-old teenage love. And that's the like,
that's
and
exactly
so and you're almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, now girl.
Not too much.
Well, I'm 42, child. Listen, my trainer, he be trying to give me the, all the exercises. It's like 3-4 exercises in the little rotation. And I keep telling him, I'm not gonna remember that. I don't know why you insist on showing me all the moves at one time. You are going to have to. So what I'm gonna do next? So after I do this, I'm done with that one. What I'm gonna do over here? He said, I think you have selective memory. I do. It's called perimenopause. I don't. I keep trying to tell you. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. You want my brain to function? I'm happy I'm here. Honestly, it's truly relax. Anyway, I do. Someone said her music needs to grow up. It does, and that's why she reflects, and that's why she's infantilized, treated like an infant child. I don't know how to say the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, correct. And it's this white fragility that, even with Kanye, it's like, you're a grown woman, but we think of you as a teenager because it's always this fantasy Romeo and Juliet. I was on the bleachers. Where? In the stands rooting for your child? Like, you're not in the bleachers as a cheerleader anymore. Stop. And that's what you're selling. I'm 42 with 2 kids and one and starting the sophomore year in college. Like, that's not, there's a lot of things not relatable to me about her, but regardless, that certainly is not relatable. Beyonce is talking about her marriage. Beyonce is talking about legacy.
But if Taylor wasn't, to be clear, I already told y'all where I stand. I'm just entertaining the conversation. Then what is if Beyonce's talking about her marriage and children and all of that, that's because that is representative of her life. Taylor, who was not married, right? She only recently gets engaged. But if she is living, and she's rich. So she's living a very like fantastical life, probably being a single woman, single white woman with millions of dollars. Maybe she's living it. So I can't relate because that's not my life.
That's not my life, child. Well, Beyonce is also a billionaire. What's better than 1 million too?
But you know what? Having a husband is probably very similar.
Oh yeah, well, but like her, I don't know. I don't listen to her old catalog, so this is just what I know.
Beyonce's?
That Taylor Swift.
Taylor's.
It's like, again, talking about sitting on the bleachers.
Yeah.
Y'all know there's a very specific song I'm talking about.
You're 100% with that. Yes.
That is not, you can talk about heartbreak.
That's
you can even
true.
talk about looking and finding for love, looking for love.
No, you're right. When you say the bleacher thing, my mind goes to that image, and that probably is a moment in which I tap out because I'm like, oh, this is very clearly not for me because I don't have bleachers to sit on.
Exactly.
I don't know the last time I sat on them.
There are many songs that Luther Vandross wrote, many songs where you can tell this man is yearning for a love and a connection with so many songs. You can tell this man desperately wanted to be in a relationship and be loved. And that music is timeless and like relatable today because it still feels grown up.
Yeah.
And not like the fantasy that you have when you're 16.
Yeah. Let's do TV because I want to talk about this documentary.
Go for it.
What's it called?
Unknown Number.
Unknown Number.
I was about to make up a name that wasn't going to be Unknown Number. There's a documentary. That lady on the show said documentary and it pissed me off. Oh my gosh, it pissed me off. So there's a documentary on Netflix called Unknown Number, which is the most insane thing I've watched in a while. And one of the women on there, she said documentary, and it pissed us off. But regardless, I forgot what city it's out of.
It's
Michigan?
in Beale City, Oregon.
Oregon. And which a girl is actually it was really about the boy. The boy was being... The girl was too.
The girl first.
The girl was first being harassed by a bunch of text messages.
It is Michigan.
It was Michigan.
Yeah.
Was it Michigan?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, because I'm going to talk about it. So if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert, okay?
And it's worth the journey. Like I told Mel was trying to get us to tell her who the catfish was. If you plan on watching it, it's worth the journey to like tap out right now.
Sure. So there's this group chat that started with this girl who has a boyfriend, and the messages are very demeaning, degrading, rude to the girl. Eventually telling her to kill herself. Eventually telling her that she needs to the boyfriend that she had doesn't really want her. He really just wants sex, and you need to give him sex. It was very bizarre.
Also, the descriptions of the sex.
He wants to cream you.
Oh my!
It was,
and that's when I was like, "This is it's very clearly an adult is sending these messages.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense that a child and none of these kids are sending this message." So eventually, the girl and the boy break up. But it takes like 2 years for these messages to continue happening. Yeah. It's brought to the administration at the schools, their attention that these messages are happening. So there's like an investigation, right? Everybody's trying to investigate where these messages are coming from. It continues to elevate. The boyfriend eventually gets a new girlfriend in like a whole different city. Yeah. And he's getting messages even about that. Or the girlfriend. The girlfriend starts getting
the girlfriend's mom.
See, look at this. Starts getting messages even about that. And so it's very bizarre. It eventually, the investigation elevates from the school administration to a police officer to the FBI. Who like specializes in digital forensics. They get the IP address because at the end of the day, he could have hired me. We all know that IP addresses will connect you. It's your location. It's your address.
Yeah.
They end up doing this pool of data, and it turns out that the girl's mother, the original girlfriend's mother, was the one who was sending the messages. She's telling her daughter that her boyfriend doesn't like her because she won't have sex with him, give him head, because she needs to kill herself. It's
like, it was, in addition to like sexually vulgar messages, she's also pouncing on her daughter's insecurities.
Yes, calling her anorexic, talking about her body.
Yes.
It was so disgusting.
Yeah.
It was so, that lady was crazy. And then I'm so happy that we are at the point in which police officers have body cams, because I could have hugged them people for being able to have the body cam footage show when they was at
the
her
literal
house.
Demise of her relationship.
She was in her garden.
Man, she sat there. The daddy came around,
So good.
and he said, "So you've been lying to me for 6 months to a year?" She was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to go.
He was like,
You're gonna have to go.
because if they leave and me and you are here,
One of us is going to jail."
one of us is gonna go to jail. He kept telling her to call her mama.
He said, "Don't worry about it. I got it."
Never mind, I called them. They're on the way.
Hey, Karen, come get your daughter immediately.
Karen.
Come get your daughter. Like, he was not playing games. The daughter was just sitting there.
Oh my gosh, she was so like
Yeah.
disgusting, because here's the officer telling this daughter that, hey, we figured out who was sending you those disgusting and demeaning and very vile and sexually explicit messages. It was your mom. And the mom's just like, oh,
Grabs her immediatally.
darling.
Man.
Even the sheriff
Sweetie.
wasn't even like serious. I gotta talk to you inside.
Yeah.
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 And then why she tell that lie? It didn't start off with me. It didn't start off
the
with
lies.
me. Somebody else started.
The
Yeah,
lies,
literally.
the
She tried to frame
lies.
3 other
Makes
girls too.
That was
No
the part that got me.
sense.
She tried to frame. Wasn't that her niece? One of the
Yes,
girls was in
yes.
her
Her niece was one
family.
of them that already hated her experience in high school.
I didn't like those girls. Literally could have committed suicide.
Yes.
Having your entire school in this small town, this small community, this small school hate you,
Oh my gosh.
thinking you did something that you did not do.
It's
And
crazy.
all the while, and this is the other thing that pissed me off about that mom. Her logic behind it didn't make sense in the beginning. Well, because we're starting on the lie.
wanted that
That's
boy.
the reason why it didn't make sense. Clearly, it has to be. They were, they got these messages. It wasn't me though, and so I was so desperate to figure out who was sending it that I became the
person
perpetrator.
sending- yeah.
The perpetrator myself. And
in hopes that they would start a message and then they would talk about who it is so I could figure it out.
girl,
You don't even make sense.
you literally don't make sense. You literally hate your daughter, your entire family. You have something psychotic wrong with you. And the unfortunate thing is you have a chokehold on your daughter.
Yes.
Because the way at the end of that documentary, the daughter was like, I hope one day in time
Yes.
I can see her again.
Yes.
Never.
Never, honey.
We have no relationship.
No. She
got out?
Yes.
A year ago.
A year ago.
Almost exact. Bizarre.
It was so, if you haven't watched it, it is. The other thing that's really interesting, like you have to remember this, is that it's a true story. And every text message they showed in the documentary was real.
Yeah. That's why it's so
The
disgusting.
mom sent those
To her child.
to her actual blood daughter.
And to other, like, what is wrong with you? Here's my question though, because I was at the end, right? Because she's like, her story didn't make sense.
None of it.
The girl was 13 and she's like, as she was nearing 17, it made me think about what happened to me when I was 17 and it just sent me spiraling. She was 13. You have 4 years.
Literally.
That's dumb.
And
If
it doesn't
she
make
was
sense.
16, going to this kind of extreme because you're like reacting and I could maybe get with. The girl was 13. You also, here's the other thing. You ain't had no job and you've been lying about not having a job. What the hell is that even about?
That was the other thing.
Now
It was
you
so
just
random.
look like
Yeah.
a liar.
And
now
that's what
you
she
look
was
like
getting.
a liar because why you ain't had no job and he ain't know?
And he ain't know. He was trying to keep his hands off. I'm fussing at her because she said she can handle it. She can't handle it. Well, daddy, step in.
Yes. Yes.
Why are you so hands off?
Yes.
She is psychotic because her cousin, I think it was her cousin,
Yes.
she said, I don't think she ever worked there.
Yeah, it's for real.
Oh, she's a attention whore.
Yes, she said
and
if
she
me
be
and
lying.
you were talking right now, she'd be over there dancing.
Yep.
I said, oh,
Yeah, she's that person.
all right.
Yeah.
So do you think, was this about her daughter, or the boy? Did she really?
I think the mom is mentally unwell.
Okay.
And I think she had a strange, unhealthy, predatory obsession with that little boy.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so. I agree because once the boy started talking to somebody from out of state,
Yes.
That's when it
should have
it
stopped.
kept growing.
Yes. And it didn't have to.
I was like, oh, is there? Because at first I was on the train of like, you don't have a job, you have nothing else to do, and you're also like Taylor Swifting in that you're thinking you're a child still. You want to be on bleachers. But eventually I was like, they're going to get me in the comments. But eventually I was like, oh, do you have some kind of attraction to this child, this boy? And now that also should be addressed because I'm concerned, right? And then even the letter she's sending to her daughter was very manipulative, but also like they sounded so young.
Yeah.
Like she's writing, oh my gosh, you're the best daughter ever and I just love you and you're beautiful. Like, are you, what is happening, honey?
Yeah,
Are you the adult here? Are you the mother? It was gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Very. Someone else wanted us, are you done with that? You should watch it. It's crazy, but you should watch it. Someone else wanted us to talk about Ace.
What he did?
You didn't watch his interview
Speedy?
with Speedy?
I haven't watched anything.
Did you watch the reunion?
Nope.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. 2 hours of nothing.
Yeah, 3 months later. I don't care. I'm so sorry.
Actually, I
I
agree
don't
with that.
care. I haven't consumed
much.
any Love Island content. I haven't. But please talk about how you told me some of it on the phone, and I was like, that's enough for me.
I watched the Speedy Ace interview because I was really intrigued to hear Ace's story because I don't feel like it sounds like they actually did cover a lot in the reunion. It also sounds like there were incompetent editors and they cut it all out and gave us fluff.
Okay.
And so we ended up talking about pancakes for an obscene amount of time that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
They said Ace cried. It sounded like he cried, but like, why was he crying? Why wasn't that shown? They said Nick stood up for Alandria. Didn't get to see, like, there were so many bits and pieces that came out later that sounds like it would have been really great for us to see like an uncut version. Or for them to do like, 2 hour-and-a-half reunion parts.
Yeah. Did they start with like, it's going to be 2 parts and then eventually... Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
With all of that said, I want to be clear that I like Ace.
Yes.
Okay, I've liked him really almost the whole season, to be completely honest with you. I really like Ace. So what I'm about to say is going to be a critique, but it's not coming from like I hate Ace, or some people were calling him a hater.
Yeah.
Or he was jealous and he's jealous of Olandria and Nick. I actually don't think it's any of that. I think he is 22. I think that because he is young, that came out in an interview. And what I mean by young is that sometimes experience teaches you that just because it's the truth doesn't mean it needs to be said out loud or publicly. And so even if he believes for whatever reason, because Speedy did come back and say, I'm gonna get to what he said, but Speedy did come back and say, like, imagine a world in which someone knows something and has access to information you don't know. And that's why they're saying what they're saying. So it's leading me to believe that clearly something is happening in the background that we don't know.
Yeah.
The thing that we're talking about is Speedy asked something like, do you think Olandria and Nick's relationship is real?
Okay.
And Ace didn't say anything. He just stood there.
He literally didn't respond.
He didn't respond. And so Speedy said, are you thinking or is this your response? And he still didn't say anything. And so he said, I'm going to take that as your response.
Okay.
Mind you, this is toward the end of the interview. It was like an hour-and-a-half interview. The entire interview, he praised Olandria. They seemed to be, had been, who knows where they stand today, but seems like they were friends.
Okay.
Shelly and Olandria obviously are friends. He literally said she was just at Shelly's birthday party. Olandria was just at Shelly's birthday party. So like all of these things, I do think he speaks of her highly.
Okay.
My problem is I think he thought saying that was going to be a dig at Nick. And unfortunately, Olandria is also part of this relationship and she's caught in the crossfire. And just because it's true, even and him and Nick have some beef apparently as well. Somebody asked, do you think the last Final Four couples should have been in the Final Four? And apparently Nick said yes. I didn't see this, but this apparently was said. And Nick said yes. And apparently Ace took that as a slight, because obviously he wasn't part of the Final Four. So it's like, what are you trying to say? I feel like we should have been part of it. And so I think he kind of took offense to that. Okay. Yeah. And so I think all of that to say, I think he thought the statement was at Ace thought the statement that the relationship is fake is speaking more to the character of Nick, meaning I think he thinks Nick is not being for real, not Olandria. That's what I think. These are all assumptions. This is just because of the way he praised Olandria throughout the interview, it did make sense to me that he would think that. But again, you're leaving it up to interpretation because it's not what you said.
Yeah.
People are assuming other things. And again, even if it's true, even if it's what you believe, and when I say true, what I mean by that is even if it's what you believe, because we don't know if Nick is actually being authentic. It seems like he is, but we actually don't know one way or the other. Yeah. But if you believe he's not being authentic, unless you had that conversation with Olandria privately, and Olandria agrees with you, you put her in a bad position saying that out loud.
And so his response should have been,
honestly, either lie, create a creative way to say yes, say, I certainly hope so. Olandria seems to really like him.
Got it.
Your truth, especially on public platforms, do not always deserve, the audience, don't always deserve to hear it, because it's going to be twisted up, down, left, and right, and now you're the bad guy.
I agree. I think it's an emotional maturity thing and not being able to articulate.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm bad at it. That's why I asked. I'm really bad at
navigating
around things that are very black and white for me. Mm-hmm. And so I think you said the other day, which I was like, oh, you weren't like talking about me, but I was like, that's good for me. You said basically what you're saying now, but something about honesty doesn't have to always be mean or
absolutely
something like that. It's something like that. But I was like, I'm not good about my honesty. It's not intended to be mean, but it's intended to be honest. Mm-hmm. And there is a little bit of tact that can happen with it that I miss many times.
I think it's important that to salvage a relationship, the truth isn't always nice, but that doesn't mean your delivery can't be.
Yeah.
And you have to use wisdom, like going on Speedy's platform.
You know what that's going to draw.
After you haven't done any interviews, the interview people, the person people are the most excited to hear.
Yeah.
What that old ace got to say.
Yeah.
And you get on there, and I get it. He's like, I'm just going to speak my truth. It's all going to be about fact. And of course, fact is left up to interpretation because it's going to be skewed based on your perspective and your own feelings. But whatever, he got up there and told, and honestly, a lot of stuff I believe. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I was like, I could see that. That sound about right. But it doesn't mean that it's for public consumption. It doesn't mean that truth should be for us, because it sent the entire internet in a tizzy. And this is the other thing. There are people out there that don't like Olandria. There are people out there that don't like Shelly. There are people out there that don't believe in Nick and Olandria. And all you've done is added fuel to that fire.
Yeah, but I think the other thing that you're touching on, which I haven't watched it, and y'all know I haven't been a fan of Ace from the beginning. However, hindsight, of course, is always 20/20, and so he probably was excited and unaware of what to what you're saying this would do. And so now it's probably like, oh, I see, I could have did. He's also 100%. Brand new to this. He was on a show that thrust him in the spotlight.
Yeah.
That
he had a following, but it was different.
Yeah, it was very different.
It was real after.
And now it's like insane, right? And so he hasn't said anything, which I think what's so funny is his decision to not say anything was probably...
That's a complicity.
He was
saying
complicit.
Nothing, you're complicit.
Well, no, I mean the fact that he hadn't done any interviews, not saying nothing on this on that question, but I'm saying his decision to not do any interviews was actually a good one.
I agree.
That one was probably
the better one.
More reflective in like who he is and who he wants to be in the public eye. Is more so like I'm not even going to entertain crazy.
I agree.
He was giving back. He was doing backpacks for the kids.
Yes,
so
I
that
agree.
was probably
I think all that aligns with his character.
I agree.
Yes. So that's what that is. That's the one that is like, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. But then you get an opportunity from somebody like Speedy, who we love him.
Yeah.
He's funny. I think he's a great journalist. Like a lot of people have come to respect him. So it's like, I'm not going to do any, but here's this opportunity that comes along. This is the one. If I'm going to do one, this is the one I'm going to do. The problem is you go on there and you get hit with a question. You're not prepared on how to answer.
100%.
And when
as a 22-year-old,
as a 22-year-old,
and he repeatedly said, "I stand on business." He said, "I don't respect Austin because he would say one thing here and another thing there." So clearly, truth is like a core value for him. Yeah, it's probably something he like prides himself on. I am going to tell the one thing out of me. You're going to get the truth out of me.
Listen, that is when I sometimes come across as brutally honest. The problem is because I have felt like honesty is a core value. Mm-hmm. Honesty is like important. And I have said before, I've never wanted people to be like, Mel didn't tell me, you were watching this happen. You never said anything.
Yeah.
You know? And so I experienced that young. And so I was like, I'm going to be telling people. I'm going to tell people. But sometimes that can be messed up when you.
Well, the thing is, I feel like in this, the thing that makes this hard for me, even if people are saying him and Olandria are friends, they probably still are. He probably absolutely.
Yes.
He seems like the type that can also be like, I messed up.
Yes.
But let me tell you why I thought this.
Right.
These are the things that Nick has done or whatever. Yeah. These are all assumptions. But I understand that I messed up.
Yeah.
He strikes me as that person as well. But it doesn't mean it didn't come without. I saw Olandria hate after that. I saw, for that matter, Shelly hate. Because for some
people hated them.
Because people be thinking that because he said it, she said it, and now they can't be friends. The way people jump to these conclusions to put and be mad at people, I don't know. Okay. But the point is, you generated this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're the generator of this, you know, and that does suck.
Yeah.
But again, being a truthful person, and he did apologize, to be clear, at Jeremiah during the reunion.
He apologized to Jeremiah?
He said he apologized. He may not. I feel like he did, but maybe he didn't. But he also said that he was wrong. He said if he could do it over, he would not have sent Jeremiah home. He would have sent Austin home.
Well, good, because
he did say that.
Y'all know how I felt about that too.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't like him.
He said it felt like a hater. He felt like some hater. It felt like he was being a hater in real time in the Speedy interview.
I'm happy.
He said he was wrong. So my point is, to me, I'm not. If you don't like Ace, and I try not to do this with people, but if you don't like Ace, this becomes a thing that you hold on to validate it.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at like the whole of who, and maybe I'm biased, I'm gonna limit that, the whole of who is presented to be, which he does seem to be, the backpacks person. Yeah. He hasn't really been out slandering nobody. He's been minding his own business. Like, he has been that person. And so for me, I'm not defining him as this. I'm saying in the context of people who value honesty, who stand on business. We all know these people that they just value honesty so much, and sometimes it's like, you didn't have to say that.
God, you should lie.
And you should have lied. You should have skirted around it. You should have answered it different. I don't know. Even if you don't want to lie, because I get it, it's against who you are. Should have said that though. Like that's who he strikes me as, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a 22-year-old who hasn't learned how to navigate. This is who I am, and let me figure out a way, or now I can learn from this and I won't do this again in the future. Speaking of things we won't do again in the future is feeding our dogs bad food.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to get healthy on the inside and the outside. My dog should be healthy on the inside and the outside too, okay? That includes having a shiny coat. They become very happy. Their poops are better. I just right now have to get brand new rugs in my house. because Monty was sick. Honestly, it's because he had something he shouldn't have had. He got into something he should not have had, and ruined my rugs is what he did. He ruined my rugs. I love that dog so much. Oh my God, I love him so much. But he could have got kicked out that day. But again, if you're giving your dog healthy things, you don't have to worry about them ruin. Hopefully they go outside. But even in the house, you have a little area for them if you don't have a backyard or whatever. You don't have to worry about it, leaking and getting on everything. I'm trying to do this as not gross y'all out as possible, so I'm gonna move on. With 5 protein packed recipes like fresh beef with sweet potatoes, fresh turkey with blueberries. Monty loves fresh turkey with blueberries. It's his favorite. Even the pickiest eaters can't resist. You might think, dang, my dog eats better than I do. And that's probably true when it comes to Ollie. Make sure you're taking care of yourself though too. All right. You guys know how we love Monty Bear. He is our favorite little puppy, little addition to our family. And when we are trying to figure out this customized meal plan for him, you're going to take a 30-second quiz that includes weight, activity level, and other health info. Remember, if you're a first timer, Ollie will send you your pup's first box with 2 weeks worth of meals, a free storage container for mess-free serving, and a guide of how to gradually switch them over to their new diet, because you don't want to do too much too soon, because then that's how you wind up with mess ups. Okay. More excitement. Your dog will definitely have more excitement at mealtime. A shinier coat and solid, easy to pick up poops. All right. What makes Ollie different? Ollie is one of a kind, just like your pup. Ollie is the only fresh dog food that comes with an unlimited routine health screening, so you can get your pup on track to living their healthiest, happiest life. Dogs deserve the best, and that means fresh, healthy food. Head to ollie.com/GJ.
GJ?
Tell them about your dog. Use code GJ.
GJ?
To get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box. So if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's Ollie, OLLIE/GJ.
GJ.
And open code GJ to get 60% off your first box. Okay, there was something I wanted to ask you that you watched. It was that Love is Blind, but you don't, just the reunion part.
Yeah, I can quickly say, then we'll go to Pop the Trunks. I watched Love is Blind, but here's my truth. I skipped through a lot of the pods. I watched enough to have context, and then I skipped through that. I also skipped through Wedding Day to the answer, because they be wanting to remind you of what happened 3 episodes ago, but it was
2 couples the whole episode.
It's like, bro,
only 2 couples got married?
No. I'm just saying.
The entire episode. Got it.
We get it.
It's so stupid. So I fast forward through that. I also fast forward through them getting dresses with their moms. I don't care. And their sisters. I don't save that for your Instagram posts, please. We don't need it in the episode. So fast forward through all of that. I saw who got married. Okay. There were, I want to say 3 couples, married on Love is Blind UK.
Everything got love in it these days.
I know, it's so confusing. Okay, so there were 3 couples who got married.
Okay.
And then I jumped to the reunion because that came on right after. Mm-hmm. And only one of them is still married. And the people who were the couple that was most surprising that didn't last was Cal and Sarover. And if you remember, I told you that she was Indian and he was half Pakistani, and
I think it's Pakistani.
Amen. And there was concern about their backgrounds and like if that was going to work. And it just seemed like they were such a great couple. There were so many things that seemed like it would be amazing and they would work out. And child, they got to that interview and they were sitting apart. And they said, how are things? Are you guys still together? No, they said, are you still married? That was the first question. You hit play on the episode and it's like, are y'all still married? What marriage? What? Who's married? Not us. We're not married. I said, oh my gosh. The girl, Sarover, is... Apparently they had gotten married and she was all excited. They did Christmas together, all this stuff. And then one day he just said, I don't want to be married to you. And she was just heartbroken. It was so sad. Her mom,
nothing happened specifically?
I don't even, I mean, he kept saying, I want to say he said what the problem was, but honestly, right now, today, I can't even recite it because I don't remember what the actual problem was.
Shut up.
That it didn't work. I don't remember what he said the issue was. I don't remember right now. It wasn't real. It didn't feel like it was very confusing. You know what he eventually said? Okay, so when they were shopping maybe for their clothing, or when they did meet the family, regardless, he has a brother. And the brother said, I don't feel like my brother is a long-term relationship guy.
Oh.
And so fast forward to this reunion, Cal says, my brother said that I'm not a long-term relationship guy. And I agree with that. I don't think I'm alone. I was like,
so it took him going on the show,
and that's why
finding
she
someone,
said,
getting married, and realizing, you know what? Actually,
yes.
I'm not the marriage material.
And that's
even
when-
though I go on Love Is Blind literally
yes,
to get married.
and that's what she was saying. Like, we went through all of this, and now what? You know what I hate about this
For
show,
self-discovery?
though?
That's so unfair to her.
It's very unfair. But here's what I hate, and maybe it's a little bit of pride and ego. What I hate on these shows is that when one person makes the decision that the relationship, the marriage is not going to work, the other person obviously is hurt, and they're like expressing their pain and their frustration and saying the things you just said. But what always rings in my brain is like, what are you trying to accomplish with this? Like, what are you trying to get? The reality is you shouldn't want somebody who doesn't want you.
Yeah.
Does this suck that it happened? Yes. He went on this show, wasted your time. Absolutely. For self-discovery. But like, you expressing that in this moment does what? Like, are you trying to
convince him to win him back?
Convince him that, like,
you don't think it could be like cathartic to like say it and then let it go, or like at least to let him know you hurt me?
Maybe my ego is set up in such a way that
I'm not even gonna tell you.
I would be like, F you. Like, I wouldn't allow myself to express how you hurt
to
me.
that person,
To that
or
person.
But other people you would say it, or would you never say it?
Never say it to other people. Maybe behind a closed door to that person, but I wouldn't say it on a stage in front of a bunch of people because I feel like you're playing it's like, what are you trying to get out of this? He doesn't want you.
Yeah.
And that sucks, but like, F him, his decision makes him look stupid enough. So it makes me cringe when I was watching her on this, expressing like almost on the verge of tears, what he did. And it's like, it's not going to make him want you back.
Yeah. It sucks though, because I still feel like, well, I agree with you. It's not going to change, and you don't want him. I assure you of that. But she is now also left with trauma.
Yeah, that's true.
That sucks.
It does.
I wonder, does Love Is Blind offer
Therapy, counseling?
Yeah, some sort of
BetterHelp?
counseling. Listen, GJ is available, baby. Use that GJ. Because I can't, if you have any sort of rejection or abandonment issues, and because I couldn't help but think something about me couldn't change him enough to want to stay committed to me.
Right.
What am I not offering? What am I not giving? Of course, it's not about me, but like your brain, you have to like actively tell yourself that. I feel like the default would be like, why am I not enough?
Yeah.
You went on this experiment to get married, and now you've just decided. Honestly, I also might be like, I feel like you're lying.
Yeah.
I feel like it is something about me. You just don't want to say it.
That's sad.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Somebody is asked, or some of the conversation is like expressing it and making them feel whatever. Here's the version of me. If that were to happen to me, the version of me would be the girl from Married at First Sight. Oh, because that was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
MM on that last season. And she wrote that letter to that man.
that was good.
And she said, I would wish you well.
Yeah.
But my well wishes won't be what gets you any further in life than where you are. So I wish you nothing but the worst.
Yeah.
Those are the vibes.
Yeah.
That's exactly the energy you would get from me.
Yeah.
You would not get like, why did you do this to me? I would be like, and that's why you are where you are in life.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I don't have that. I think I would either I would have to, now I can do that actually. Let me be honest with myself. Because you could very easily get two sides of me. You can get a side of me that has been through therapy and just wants to say it, get it out, and then I'm able to hopefully move on. I'm certainly going to have some sort of scar. But there's also sometimes a part of me that's like, and actually F you.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually going to do, but I have to prepare for the F you. Because that's not my natural.
Yeah.
But if I decide you pissed me off one last time and the tears are done.
Yeah.
The tears are done. So what you're finna get today is the energy that's very articulate. It knows a good word, loves a good word.
Yeah.
But so I don't forget all the things that I've wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to write this down.
Absolutely.
I'm going to practice it. I'm going to rehearse it.
ones.
And I'm finna orate like my name is Barack Obama.
Amen. Because he's a good one.
Okay. I'm finna come up here and I want you to walk away and ask yourself, was it a SAT test? Or did she cuss me out? Because it's going to be a combination of both.
Absolutely. Those be the best. Okay. And then... Oh, did they get... So the other couple, which was so clearly they were not going to last. It was Billy and Ashley. I can't do the he's from Ireland. And I can't. I've never been an accent person. But anyway, Billy and Ashley. Ashley was a flight attendant. He had a previous relationship.
She's cabin crew.
He had a previous relationship that was with somebody cabin crew, and he couldn't deal with the long distance. He expressed that at the beginning. He acted like it was fine, and then he never brought it up again until like they're about to get married. They get married. I was shocked. I was actually, when he said I do, I said you do? Because you don't. Why would you in this moment say that? And you know how you actually feel. And so when they sat on that couch and was like, she was heartbroken too. We were together and then it didn't work. It was clearly not going to work. He was lying to her, and he should have been straight up about it for sure. So I was not surprised. Who was the other couple that...
You know what I think is so interesting though about this whole experiment is, or at least these last two couples that's like coming up as a theme for me, is like lean into who you are instead of trying to decide you want to be something different.
Yes.
And then hurting someone in the process when you realize you actually are who you always knew who you were.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense to know that you're not a relationship guy, but then one day decide, I'm making this up because I didn't watch it, but like, you know, for example, I'm 30 years old. I should be married. I want to be married. And the only way that I can get married is if I go on the show and it forces me to get married because that's what I want to do. Like that, these are the things I should be doing. So put me in the position where I have to do it. That's stupid.
Yes.
That's like saying you're afraid of heights and then deciding, and the only way for me to get over heights is to climb Mount Everest.
Yes.
And jump.
Yes.
You gonna get up there and waste your time.
Amen.
Because you're not gonna do that. That's scary. You should take like little incremental steps to make sure you are who. But like going from one extreme to the other, you're literally all you're going to do is hurt people in the process.
100%.
Only to wind up where you originally started.
But you know what? The other thing a lot of people say on these shows, in my opinion anyway, that they say is, he's so different. They usually have the picks. Somebody who is very different than what they're used to, and someone who is exactly like what they're used to. Yeah. And so they always are in this, well, I should try something new because what I've been doing hasn't been working. And I actually understand that logic. I get 100% what you're saying. The problem is, the reason you keep going back to the same kind of thing is because that's what you like.
Yeah, that's what you're attracted to.
And so
you just got to keep digging for the good one.
You got to find like a variation of that, right? But you can't like completely
veer off
because now you're not even attracted to whatever those core things are from the similar people. There's a reason, right, that you're attracted to that. So you go to somebody who don't even have some of the things you like, and then be surprised you don't like them.
It reminds me of the girl that I work with at my last job that went for the engineer. Great dude. I mean, create a checklist and he's marking off the things. Except she wasn't physically attracted to him. She was like, I'm going for the good guy. I always go for the bad guy. But there's something about the bad guys that you like. You just need a bad guy that's been reformed.
100%.
But like still gives you the aesthetic.
100%.
But you went for the nerd guy who literally loves you from life to death, okay? Is going to be able to provide for you. Already had a house, has money, has a savings account, literally ticking the boxes off. And you're still like, but I'm not physically attracted to him.
And then you feel bad, and the world wants you to feel bad because he's such a nice guy, and why can't you? And you're over here like, I don't know why I just don't like this girl or don't like this guy. Because you don't. Like your body doesn't. You don't. That's okay. So
Erica
anyway,
sent me the engineer. He got, I don't know if he got married though, but he got engaged probably like 2 years after all that. After my job closed down, he left her and he went off and found his new little love of his life. I was happy for him, not gonna lie to you. I was really, really happy for him.
Okay, the last one was the other couple. They didn't get married. They didn't even make it to the end of the show because she left. And that was Javen and what was her name? Katisha? I think it was Katisha. And that was the guy who, Katisha. Okay. Javen had got in the dang on photo booth, which didn't have a curtain. That was important because the story was Javen had went out with the crew, and while he was out there, he got into a photo booth with one of the single girls, and he said they were arguing, and I think her name was Kieran and Megan. They were saying there was a curtain, and they closed the curtain when they were in the photo booth. Turns out the photo booth didn't even have a curtain, so that was good information. However, that didn't make him right. He was still wrong. He was talking to that girl. He was being inappropriate. They tried to act like it was a little bit flirtatious. He was like, I was being jokey. Don't joke like that. If you engage, don't joke like that. Okay. So anyway, I enjoyed the fact that they were brought up and they got to have this conversation about the photo booth, but I thought he was trash. So anyway, and I felt like it should have been more like drama and tea behind it. I don't know.
Drama and tea in the reunion or behind the photo booth moment?
Behind Javen and Katisha and the girl he was talking to. Like, I low-key wanted her on the stage because the two of them were giving more. Like, they were trying to be sneaky. And
didn't happen. Yeah,
this UK season was not nearly as drama filled as like the US, because you know the US love a little drama. They were not nearly as drama filled, but it was still worth the watch. I didn't mind the season.
I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like, and I might need examples if this is not true. I feel like a lot of reality TV shows create stars regardless if you're like good in the process or not. I feel like Love is Blind is really good about weeding out. The only stars are those couples that actually make it.
Okay. Say it again. Sorry.
So like, do people from other reality universes become stars if they're just there for like the star power of it all?
Oh.
I feel like Love is Blind weeds those people out and like the public doesn't care for them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I feel like some of them have been able to, well, no, I feel like I don't know. I think there's been so many conversations about people who are just here for it. And I do think that we, the public, don't like them.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. We don't like, I feel like the public is what makes people a star. That attraction to them. Yeah. But I feel like if we're like, you're trash, you're not here for the right reasons, you don't really love this girl, whatever, like you do not make it out on the other side.
Got it.
But like Lauren and Cameron become who they are because they made it.
Got it.
Like, and there's a couple other couples actually. Also, though, there's a couple of couples that did make it and we don't care about them either. But the ones that are like stars are the ones that like go through I feel like Love is Blind does a good job of weeding that out.
Yes.
And the public only cares about the people that make it in the end. I agree. All of these people didn't make it and they're no longer in our consciousness
100%.
no more. They'll be gone.
Yes, I agree.
That's so crazy.
Also because this show there's so many people now and it's changed a lot. Love is Blind at the beginning, we've said this before, it was just so much fun and like fresh and new, and they are starting to lose the plot. They are starting to lose the plot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That one couple is still together. The from the UK, white guy, black girl.
Oh, the one that seemed like he was homeless.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
They just celebrated. I don't know
saw
how many years.
They were at I think they were at the UK reunion too.
Oh,
they
in
were
the crowd?
In the crowd. I had the same thought. I said, "Oh my gosh, they're still together." And they talked about some of the places that they've traveled to, which I was like, "So they're not homeless."
I was not a believer.
Excuse me.
I was not. The way people are non-nickel. To be honest with you, I was a nah. Ben and Nicole. I was not a Ben and Nicole believer.
No.
I couldn't make it make sense. Whatever reason, child. Congratulations.
The other couple, she now does casting for Love Is Blind, and we don't like her, but she's married to the black guy. Matter of fact, they were on the couple with the
Kwame. I think is actually how it's pronounced.
And
I don't. Yeah, I don't know her name though.
Chelsea.
That's it. Okay.
I think it's Chelsea. Risa is saying Chelsea. I think that is her name. They're still together.
Yeah, but I don't think people care about them either, to be honest with you.
I don't. When I see them, I'll be like, ooh, they still married.
I don't think.
Remember sorry, we're way off. We can leave in a minute. But remember the really, really tall guy? And he was young. And then the shorter girl, she
divorced.
Was very spicy.
Yep.
They got divorced. They lasted for a little while.
They did.
They lasted longer
Milton.
than
His name is Milton.
Milton.
And her name is... I thought it was going to come because I said Milton and it didn't.
Milton and... She put Milton in it. I mean, yeah, and what comes up is
she low-key said... Lydia. She low-key said that he was... Like, he went flip mode on her.
She did say that. I didn't believe all the way.
He never came out and said nothing, huh? He just went on and moved his life. I was surprised they made it.
She was so spicy.
Actually, you're right. Marshall is single and popular. I feel like Marshall...
I thought Marshall got a girlfriend. I thought he got engaged.
He got engaged. He did. They broke up.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, he was asked to do this perfect match. He decided not to.
Oh.
I feel like Marshall he's like forced himself into like reality social media world.
Okay.
And so he stays up on the commentary. You know who else tries to do that? The dude that was with AD. No. Yeah, the dude that was with AD that left her at the altar.
Not Ollie.
No, the dude before.
No, not Ollie. Her original Love Is Blind guy.
Oh. Clay. What's his name? Oh, Clay.
Yes. I feel like he tries to essentially do what Marshall is doing. I think Marshall is likable. And nobody cares about Clay. He sometimes comes across my feed, especially if I'm like into like the reality TV TikTok algorithm. Yeah. He'll occasionally come up and like, I just don't think people care about him. He's not likable. He did AD wrong. And so I think collectively we're just kind of like move on. Whereas Marshall, we feel like he was done wrong by that girl.
Oh, that girl
that ended up going with the other
boxer ear boy.
Yes, correct.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, and so I think that's a little bit different with Marshall versus Clay. Like I feel like they forced themselves to stay in the conversation, but we like accept Marshall in a way that like, go home, Roger.
Oh, Jackie, that was her name, right?
Yeah.
He went with, Jackie
went with boxer ears.
Ear boy.
They were together for a long time, but then they broke up too.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad about that. They should have, because you can't start like that.
Yeah. So anyway, Marshall is the time. I think he's funny. He has really great takes from what I've seen.
Marshall had a baby?
Is single.
Who am I thinking about? The couple.
Who had a baby?
Who had a baby?
Oh, Tiffany and Brett. They're the good ones.
Tiffany and Brett. Yeah, we love Tiffany and Brett. Like, I feel like we've embraced. You know what though? Is it us, meaning black folk, are the only popular, or is it just because I'm in the black world bubble?
They're the only authentic ones that are
That's
on the show.
why I'm like, are only the popular Netflix couples
had a
are black?
Completely different personality on
that other show.
I agree.
With Ollie.
Yeah. No, not with Ollie versus Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, she had to get up out of the other show early. Love Is Blind, AD versus Perfect Match. AD was like different ADs.
Oh, which one was more likable?
No, so I know there's plenty of white ones, but are they popular in the way that we're saying the black couples are, or am I literally just in like the black universe bubble, and that's why I'm saying that?
think it might be Black Universe Bubble.
Black Universe Bubble.
But also,
who's a really popular white? Well, that's why I don't know, because I'm in the Black Universe Bubble. Because I'm literally like
Amber. You're right, Amber. I like Amber too. Amber was. She had a baby with her dude.
Yes, she did.
They're still together. I can't. What's Amber's? Zach and Bliss as well. Zach and Bliss had their baby.
Zach and Bliss had their baby.
Zach and Bliss had their baby. You're
Zach
right.
was the interesting one, right?
Zach. Yes,
Zach was the super smart nerdy dude that left Bliss for somebody else, and then did
circle back.
Yeah, did a circle back, and then they went off into happy ever after land.
Wait, who was Barnett with? Was Barnett with Amber?
Yes.
Okay, they had their baby.
Yes.
And I like them.
Okay, well, great. So
that's not who I was talking about.
I think we're talking about the same person.
Amber and Barnett are still together. I think they announced their pregnancy on Cam and Taylor. I'm talking about the twins.
Oh,
Marshall's not with anybody right now.
No, Marshall's single.
You guys, I didn't know.
Marshall is.
These people were still together.
Pretty Eyes. You'll know Marshall when you pull him up.
I know who. I see Marshall's face, but I felt like he was with somebody still.
He was engaged to someone recently, and then it didn't work.
Okay.
And he just will come out and be like,
they're always at the reunions.
Yes, because Marshall's a good time.
They be taking up too much time.
Yeah, I agree. Though. Him and AD was at the reunion last year, maybe, making faces at each other. Low key, it was when AD was with Ollie and the world didn't know it yet. And I thought they were trying to allude to the fact that they were together, but then they weren't.
Okay, but baby. I didn't know about Amber and Barnett. That's not who I was talking about, but shout out to them. Who I'm talking about is a girl who this is them.
Who?
Alexa and Brennan.
They do pop up on my timeline every
That's
so
who I
often.
thought Amber and Barnett
like
were.
them.
I like her.
Yeah, she's a good time.
And they have a baby too now.
I didn't see this season. I think I came in 4.
Oh, yeah, I do like them. And she had a baby too, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
All right, well, I'm happy we did the white people because I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be forgetting about them. I really do. I'm like, is it just the black people and we just make the... But, I'm going to admit I'm in a bubble. Bliss and old dude is hilarious, but they seem happy in love.
Really?
Because Zach's first girl was the one who was like, your face freaked me out type thing. Your eyes were too serious.
She said you look like a cartoon character.
Yes.
She said you
got
look like
the ick on the reveal.
She said you look like somebody I could draw.
And the honeymoon, the Mexico trip was awful.
But we were mad at him because he shouldn't have did Bliss like that.
No, and she was heartbroken. I was surprised she took them back.
Me too.
I was so nervous about the foundation of that, but they literally
the fact that they're still together.
So happy.
Shout out to them.
I love that for you. I've never been happier to be wrong about these couples that have made it that I had no faith in.
Amen.
And they be out here. Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
No, well, that was a good little history of Love is Blind.
A little tangent, child.
We did pretty good memorizing it. We're trying to remember these folk names.
I say we remember nobody's. I didn't remember nobody's name.
I did good because one thing about me, I'll give you a random fact about somebody before I'll give you their name in a minute.
Okay, so how you just say you did good about names?
Because I did do good.
By remembering facts and not names?
Better than most.
Correct. Wait,
what are we talking about? Say bye.
No, because you're going off a normal scale. You need to go off a curve.
What I understand that, but I just want to say what you said was I did good about
in comparison
remembering
to
these
my
folks'
own
names.
I did.
That's the sentence. So my brain.
Did I remember one person's name?
No, didn't you only know characteristics, or did you say names?
No, I knew Marshall.
You didn't know Marshall. Maybe you knew more names and I didn't hear them.
I said...
Maybe you said more names and I didn't realize.
Did I say the UK couple or did I say Benaya and...
You definitely didn't say Benaya.
Benaya's
You definitely didn't say Benaya.
Right now, Liz.
You are lying.
We said Bennett.
And I ain't in it.
I said Amber. Maybe.
Amber.
I don't think you said... That's Barnett, right?
Yeah, I didn't say...
I don't think you said... Amber. I said Amber because somebody
said Milton. Thank you, Lizzie B.
She said Milton. She did say
said Milton.
She didn't say Nicole. I said Nicole because somebody in here said Nicole.
You said Zach and Bliss. You said Bliss, didn't you?
I said Milton. That's the only thing I know for 100% for sure.
What? Back to stand on Milton.
All I know, 100%.
Mel, she went from all the names to Milton.
Which is my point. It goes back to my point.
She's perimenopause.
I'm perimenopausal. I said I know the names. The name I knew was Milton. All right.
Somebody rewind it and list all the names she actually said. Put it in the comments because
do one pop the trunk so that because
oh Lord, okay.
Do just one and then I got to go pick up Joe.
Same.
I need to pop the trunk on acting because I cannot. No. So let me tell you real quick. Love you, Liz. Love you, Mel. Love stage crew, Kev, all the works, all the people. And so I attended the Churchy premiere here in Chicago. And I said, you know what? Let me support for real, for real. Let me get BET Plus. Let me watch season 1 of Churchy. Excited for season 2 coming out tomorrow. And I said, let me see what this is talking about. And so I'm here watching Churchy season 1, episode 4. And if you know episode 4, you know what this is. Because I cannot. I just paused. I don't know if I can resume. I might have to skip, but this is the point where Kev and this woman who's supposed to be his fiance are, getting romantic, if we want to call it that. But I just can't. As soon as Kevin kissed this woman, I said, nope, not me. Sorry. I cannot support this piece. This is Toby or not Toby or whatever. I am going to skip over this. And I will continue to support, but I just cannot watch good Kevin kiss this random woman. I'm sure she's great and lovely and wonderful. And Melissa, I know it doesn't bother you. He's obviously acting. We know, but no.
That's funny.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said
Put
that?
it in there.
We could leave it at that because I agree actually with every word that you said until you said it doesn't bother me.
Actually, Liz has popped the trunk.
Right. I actually set this whole thing up.
Distorter on.
It's a scheme that Todd set up.
Amen. Hilarious.
One more or we's done?
I think we're done. I'll keep those because we can do them next week.
Okay. We'll be back here next week, Tuesday at around 11 o'clock as well after Here's the Thing. Very good. See y'all next week. Bye.